All right, so this video I've been wanting to do for a while. I said to myself, when I come back to YouTube, I'm gonna do this video for the opening video, and I know I already did a video, but that one doesn't count. That's just a intro, like a welcome back thing. This one is the real deal, and this one I've been saving for a while. Been wanting to get it off my chest. Not that it's an important thing or whatever. It's kind of just a funny story time type of video, because I've had so many things happen to me in my gaming life that this one is one of my most all-time dumbest moments. And taking into consideration I was only a kid when this happened. I was only about probably like 13, 14 years old. This was like 2004, 2005. And still no excuses, but this was pretty dumb. There was no YouTube back in the day. There was no really any walkthroughs or gameplay footage of any kind. So you kind of all had to guess. But I still had the internet. I could have probably looked up reviews, looked up maybe screenshots of the game, because there was still that. I didn't do it because I wasn't acknowledged to that. I wasn't introduced to that stuff until a much later time. This one here takes the cake. I tell you what. One day I was scrolling on eBay. My mom sometimes would buy me games on eBay. We did this for a short period of time where my mom bought me games on eBay. Pick out a game, and because you were just now discovering eBay, and we never bought anything, so we were just buying old games. That quickly stopped because I started to hate the conditions I would get these games in. One time I got state of emergency, and I got stickers galore all over the case. So I eventually stopped that, and I probably may want to get back into eBay, just because maybe things are a little bit different, and plus you can probably look up photos of it yourself. State of emergency had no photos; just said a stock image. Why is this about state of emergency? It isn't. It's about Die Hard Vendetta. Okay, I see Die Hard Vendetta come up on eBay, and right away I get excited, because right away I'm thinking, oh man, you know what? Def Jam Vendetta was a fun game. I bet this game's even funner, because I hear Vendetta in the title, and I'm thinking, oh wow, man, another Vendetta game. This is great. But I didn't know that Def Jam Vendetta was a record label, nor that I know that Die Hard was a movie series. So I'm not aware of any of this. So I just hear Vendetta in the title, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be awesome. Because I'm thinking, some games have different titles in them, and they're connected, like Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. They change it up. This, I thought, was just, it's the sequel, or it's the game before Def Jam Vendetta. It's the first game. Well, because this has no look. It just says GameCube on the cover with a black stock image. It just says Die Hard Vendetta. It doesn't have a cover photo. Okay, so we get it, and luckily it was cheap. I think it was like $10 or $13 or something like that. I get it, and I open it up. It's in nice cardboard boxing. I open it up, and I look at it, and I'm just disgusted, because it is not Def Jam Vendetta 2 or Def Jam Vendetta 1. It is this guy who's in a silhouette holding guns like this. And I look at the back of the case. It's a first-person shooter. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was so sad when I had this moment. It was like a moment of silence. It was like press F for respects. Because this game I was so disappointed. And I don't know why I thought it was a Def Jam Vendetta 2. Because I was just, I mean, luckily we did get a Def Jam Vendetta 2. We got Def Jam 5 for New York, but it had no Vendetta in the title whatsoever. But man, I was just so like, I was so. It's a funny thing, right? I look at it back now. It was so funny, and what an experience that was. You know, like, so I play the game, and oh man, I thought that game was a complete pile of just trash, and and critically it got panned. All right, so I watched this. I'm bringing this up because G-Man Lives. I was gonna do it because, but G-Man Lives did a video of Def Jam Vendetta, or Die Hard Vendetta, not too long ago, and it kind of reminded my brain. I'm like, oh wow, you know what? I got to do that. I gotta do that video. I gotta do a video on that about telling my story, because he was just destroying the game in every way, and just it was so hard to get by certain objectives because you had to trigger something. You had to do it a certain way to trigger the outcome, and it was so just bad. And cheat codes kind of made that game fun for me because I cheated to get all the levels unlocked, all the guns, infinite ammo. I couldn't die, so I had a little bit of fun with the game just using the cheat codes until I to stuck on the level because I would just stop in front of a door and be like, well, how do I open this door? All right, quit, go to the next level. So I would do that over and over again until I got bored, until I ran out of things to do, and then I just stopped playing it. Yeah, I only played it because, well, my mom bought it for me, and I would feel bad if I never played it. So I feel like I had to force myself to play it, and to maybe even get myself to like it, because I really wanted to like this game because it was a first-person shooters. I didn't really play first-person shooters that much, and I wanted to get into them. And I figured, why not try to get into them playing this game? That's a bad choice to get into first-person shooters playing that game. The only first-person shooter I played at that time was Halo, and maybe GoldenEye on N64 when a friend brought it over to my house. But that was it. That was the only first-person shooters I played, and then this one, Die Hard Vendetta, So yeah, I mean, that's funny. I mean, I had no exposure to YouTube or anything. This was like before YouTube came out, so there's no footage of it. There's no screen, so there's no screenshots of it when I'm purchasing it on eBay. What the game is, and it just says Die Hard Vendetta and it says the price. So I'm like, oh man, it's Def Jam Vendetta 2 because I love the first game, or I love the second game. So that's what I was assuming in my brain. Not so much after all. Oh man, does any of you guys have a story like that where you, as a kid, you asked your mom for a certain game, and then it ended up turning out not to be is what you thought it was, because your brain thought it was something else? I mean, that's just a funny story to me. I'm glad I was able to tell it to you guys. Who knows if any of you guys watch this, because sometimes my videos fluctuate. Sometimes they get good likes and comments, and then sometimes I'll get a good 30 views, 40 views, and no comments, no likes. So it's really kind of just like, what are you guys doing? Are you just lurking or whatever? I mean, it's a little weird. You guys got to give me a little indication of if you're watching it or not, and if you're liking it. Because if you like the video, then I know that you like this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But and plus, if you like the video, it comes up in other people's recommendations, because YouTube's gonna be like, hey, look, this guy's getting some steam. Let's go ahead and recommend this guy to other people. That's what that whole like system is. And I've never touched on this in any of my videos. I usually just do the video and end it. But I figured I'd touch on that because the like system is there for a reason. So I figured, I'm not going to tell anybody to like it. If they like it, they like it. I feel like I'm going to have to tell you guys now, because, well, sometimes it's I feel like it's a really good topic, and I'm like, well, you know what? This is a good topic, but no one's discussing. So, Wake up, guys. Come on. Stop sleeping. All right. I'm just teasing you guys, of course. But anyways, yeah, that's it. And I'm going to get out of here and maybe make another video next week.